Thank you for tuning in to Abundant Moments. I remember when I lived in Tennessee, my dad lived across the street from me, down the hill. And I had this beautiful crepe myrtle in my yard, and my dad called one day and said, you need to prune that crepe myrtle back. And to me, it was just looking great, just the way I liked it. And I said, well, you sure I need to do it now? And my dad was just a great gardener, master gardener. And so he said, yeah, I'll come up and do it for you. So I said, okay. And I was gone. I came back home and my dad had pruned that crepe myrtle. And when I looked at it, I thought Dad had killed it. I mean, it looked horrible. And so I called him. I said, Dad, is that how you're supposed to prune it? Oh yeah, you'll see. It's going to come back looking even better. And sure enough, like my dad said, when it came back, it looked beautiful. It wasn't all sprawled out, but it was full and beautiful. So many times in our lives, we are pruned and we don't like it. The Bible talks in the Old Testament and in the New Testament about times of pruning. And when you're being pruned, you might get to that place in your life that you think, okay, everything's perfect. My job's going great, my family, my relationships, things are great at church and my money and everything's just going wonderful. And then it seems like all of a sudden the bottom falls out. All of a sudden you look horrible. You think, oh my goodness, I was looking so good and now look at this. It's not that you've lost everything, it's that you are being pruned. Because when we're pruned, we're not going to look real good. Sometimes we don't feel real good. But God knows best, and He's getting us ready to bear more fruit. How wonderful is that? My tree came back, and it looked so gorgeous. Dad did just the perfect thing for it. But it didn't look good for a little while, but eventually it was just like it should be. It bore more fruit. And it's the same with us. We will get to that place that we will bear more fruit. We'll say, oh, wow, God really knew what He was doing. This is exactly where I'm supposed to be. So if you're in that pruning stage and you sort of look like you've lost everything, you sort of look like, oh, you don't look that good anymore. Just tell them, say, it's okay. I'm being pruned. You wait and see how I'm going to look when I come back, because I am going to bear more fruit. Thank you for tuning in.